And how's it going, folks? Thank you for tuning into our latest episode of Oopscast. This is your host,
Oopscast.
Brian.
And this is your host, Kissan Desai.
Guys, and thank you, like I said, for tuning in to our latest episode of Oopscast. I know we haven't done an episode in such a long time, but me and Kishan are very excited to record our episode. So
it's been a long time coming, man. It's been a long time coming.
Oh, definitely. We've been really missing it. We've been really talking about making an episode, and it's good that we can make it today. So before we kick into the NBA and these trade alerts and whatnot, we want to make a special announcement that me and Kishan have made it to one of the best universities of all. I went into Pepperdine University, and Kishan himself made it to UCLA.
A round of applause, bro. A round of applause.
And those of you who got accepted to any university, whether it's USC or UCLA or even CSUN, congrats to you guys. I'm sure you guys worked very hard to make it to this stage of life, and just want to say good luck to all of you, whatever you guys want to do.
No, I agree. Good luck to everyone that got in, and congrats. And anyone who's waiting on the wait list, obviously, for the transfers. Obviously, the freshmen got their wait list. They already got their self situated. For transfer students, though, obviously the wait list is, about to end in 3 days. On the 30th, the final decisions will come out for those who made it in or those who didn't. If you guys made it in, great job. You guys worked hard. And if you didn't make it in, don't discourage yourself. You also worked hard. And, end up picking the university that you're going to go to. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you're going to obviously do the best,
Yeah, guys, like you should say, if you guys didn't get in, don't feel sad. Just keep working on yourself. Because at the end of the day, you'll get there one day as long as you put your mind into it. So just keep working and don't give up.
You know who didn't give up, though? Giannis Antetokounmpo. After
Definitely
countless playoff losses, he finally came in this year, went into the finals, and just steamed through the Suns. Let's talk about the Bucks real quick. Let's talk about both the Suns and the Bucks. First off, I want to congratulate D-Book and CP3 for at least making it this far. It's no easy feat to make it to the finals for a team that almost made it to the playoffs. Just barely missed out to making it to the finals in one season. It's not like they made too many offseason moves. And, I be hearing people, they're going to be like, Kishan, the Lakers weren't healthy. The Clippers weren't fully healthy either. Dubs are dubs at the end of the day, You can't be like, it's at the end of the day, you cannot take those dubs for granted.
CP3 was a very good leader. Mm-hmm. He was a very good leader for this young Suns team. And I want to give bigger props to Monty Williams.
Mm-hmm.
By far, top 3 coach.
I don't know about top 3 coach, but definitely he's up there this year. At least this year, he cemented himself as a top 10 head coach for this season. Maybe top 3 for this season for sure, though. Just because...
exactly. Top 3, just for this season, and I'm sure in the future too, because this guy knows what he's doing. I've been watching when I was watching the games on ESPN and on TNT. They would go into the review. They would review for the teams, and during the timeout, during the huddles, he would just talk with the players and just some encouraging words that he would provide for his for the players. And I would just be amazed. I'm like, damn, this is why this team has a lot of trust in their coach. That he really cares about the organization as a whole.
And you know what? And you know what, man? I wish I wish they pull off the same performance next year too. Hopefully they could add another core player that can work with that lineup. Even though they made it this far, they still fell short, and it just happens. CP3 got outperformed. He didn't play as well. And there were games where the Suns needed CP3, but D-Book was holding it down. And at the end of the day, they just fell short. But then you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, pick 15 from the NBA draft, 2013 NBA draft. No one would have imagined this skinny 6'11" Greek kid becoming this great of a star,
And he's a loyal player indeed, because lots of them would have left by now. But Giannis was one of the few players to stay loyal for a small market team like the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's why I enjoyed this year's finals, dude, because it's not like your usual teams like the Lakers, the Celtics, the Warriors, the Raptors, Philly. No big market team this year. It's actually 2 small market teams that don't get that much recognition,
Oh, I agree. Like you said, not the Lakers. I mean, although I would have wished my Lakers were in the finals, or you wish your Celtics would have been in it, but we enjoyed small market teams going to the finals and even one of them winning. So it was a pretty cool experience, and it was a very entertaining finals too.
Definitely was, yeah.
It was like with the Giannis dunk during the game 5.
Oh, the Valley Oop?
Yeah, with Chris Paul doing that little push, dirty push from behind. And he still ended up like holding onto the rim with that dunk, which was insane. Because lots of them like he could have been injured very badly.
Nah, man, the Valley Oop, bro. The game 5, D-Book was trying to, get an open position to look and shoot or pass, but Drew Holiday rips it out of his hands, gets the ball, and does like a half-court pass. Giannis just leaps and fucking, dunks that, oops that shit, the Valley Oop, bro.
Oh, hell yeah. That was insane. I really enjoyed this final. The Bucks, I'm so happy Drew Holiday won and Giannis and everybody else because they deserved it all. They've been working hard since day one, since they were first in the NBA. I remember Brook Lopez killing it in Brooklyn.
Bro, shout out to Brook Lopez. Dude, shout out to Brook Lopez.
North Hollywood.
North Hollywood represent. Yeah. No, fun fact.
For those who don't know, Brook Lopez is from North Hollywood with his twin brother, Robin Lopez.
Yeah, Robin Lopez as well. Yeah. They
and Drew Holiday's Chatsworth, California. So shout out to the Valley.
Shout out to the Valley guys. Drew Holiday went to Campbell Hall, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so did Aaron Holiday. And Drew Holiday, my fucking Bruin right there, dude. Fellow UCLA Bruin right there, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Drew Holiday, bro. No, that team as a whole, great seeing that team. And also something interesting, dude. PJ Tucker actually beat every one of his ex-Rockets teammates. As I was saying, though, yeah. So PJ Tucker actually has beaten every ex-Rocket teammate he's played with. Round 1 when they played the Heat, he beats Trevor Ariza. Round 2 when they played the Nets, he beats James Harden. Eastern Conference Finals when he plays the Hawks, he went ahead and beat Clint Capella, dude. And then finally in the finals, he beats CP3. Isn't that crazy?
Bro, PJ Tucker is the real GOAT at the end of the day.
PJ Tucker is an absolute monster. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what else is crazy?
What?
This year's free agency.
Ooh, the trade market and the free agency, bro.
So there's a lot of trade speculation, lots of free agency speculation as well. These top players like Damian Lillard, Jaylen Brown, or who else? Possibly Buddy Hield.
Russell Westbrook. Bradley Beal.
Chris Paul. It's going to be a very, very big free agency this year.
Out of all these guys, I highly doubt Chris Paul's going to leave the Suns now. I think he's going to stick it out with the Phoenix Suns. Obviously he made it to the finals, though they lost. It doesn't seem like he's going to be ready to give up, that easy. He's going to want to win that finals and then go ahead.
But I also feel like the Phoenix Suns should be getting a lot of free agent players.
This would be a perfect time. Now they're a free agent destination as of right now. Them and the Bucks,
Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, Bucks, I doubt they're going to get a big player since they're going to keep their same team.
Yeah.
What do they have? Drew Holiday at the 1, Chris Middleton at the 2.
Oh, wait. Before we go on again, shout out Chris Middleton. How do we even forget about this guy? This guy, playoff legend, 2021 playoff legend. People are not talking about it, or if they are, okay. This man has, been when Giannis has had his off nights, because he's had off nights. Let's be real here. He has had off nights. Chris Middleton has carried this team when Giannis had his off nights,
No, Chris Middleton was a beast. He averaged over 22 points per game during the final. He went lights out from downtown. Every single game, every shot that he was making, it was going in.
Those googly eyes of his really allowed him that court vision.
Full court vision.
That full court vision right there. They got a full court vision.
Yeah, bro, but all jokes aside, like, that guy proved to be one of the more significant NBA players in the league.
Definitely. Can't wait to see more of him, Can't wait to see, him ball out more.
He's just getting started. That's the thing. He's going to be putting a lot better performances.
Hashtag Pistons fucked up because they drafted Chris Middleton and traded him.
Oh, who didn't they draft and then trade away?
Dude, let's just remember 03, bro. Instead of drafting Carmelo Anthony, they take Darko Milicic.
Or D Wade.
Or Chris Bosh. It's crazy. It's crazy.
They got a farmer instead.
They got a fucking fruit farmer.
He's a farmer?
Yeah, Darko? He's a farmer, and he was doing, amateur boxing, too.
Shit, man. That guy messed up.
That team messed up. Yeah. Okay, but back to trade talk. So first off, we had one trade that just happened recently, yesterday, I believe. It was Jonas Valanciunas going to the Pelicans.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Pelicans took a big win.
Pelicans, people don't appreciate Jonas enough, man. Jonas Valanciunas is a fucking bucket, you know? That dude, he can ball. He can ball.
Bro, he's not only can he ball, he's probably the best rebounder in the league right now.
Oh yeah, no, dude. There were times where Grizzlies really needed scoring desperately, and he came through, you know, and he came through with the rebounding as well. I remember when we were doing fantasy, you know, fantasy basketball. I think Roy had Jonas Valanciunas, and Jonas was killing me sometimes, you know, because Jonas had those games where it was like, you know, shit, why is he playing so good?
Bro, he's like that guy is a beast in the paint.
He's
Look
a
at
beast.
every center that he played against. You give him a very hard time. He averaged over 20 points and 20 rebounds per game for this season.
Obviously, I don't expect him to do the same on the Pelicans because you got like two bona fide scorers in Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson.
Yep.
But if he could do that, dude, he's a legit threat. You know, as a center, he's probably one of the more underrated centers in the league. On the flip side of things, though, I'm not gonna lie. I also think Steven Adams is an underrated center too. I think he's good. Just I don't know, man.
They're downgrading, bro. Steven Adams isn't the Steven Adams he was himself from 3 years ago from OKC. Because that dude was a beast on OKC until he came to the Pelicans, and his numbers declined and his game declined overall. And I don't know how it's gonna work out in Memphis.
I think, you know, he's going to have a bounce back season. I think he might have a bounce back season. And with Eric Bledsoe, I mean, come on. Do we even need to say hashtag I don't want to be here?
He's not staying in Memphis. There is rumor. Yeah.
Is he going to retweet his son's post that he did like 2 years ago? Hashtag I don't want to be here?
Straight up.
Yeah. Where do you think, if you were the Grizzlies, where would you trade Bledsoe? Who would you want?
All right, so I'm looking at a lot of options right now. Whether it's the Rockets or Dallas or Portland or Minnesota. And honestly, I'm going to look at Minnesota. I'm going to try to get Ricky Rubio from them.
Rubio, that's an interesting choice.
Well, think about it. You get Ricky Rubio, who's one of the smartest players in the league. You have John Morant on the side, and he can help him out a lot, to increase his IQ for John Morant. So yeah, Ricky Rubio is gonna teach him a lot of things before his time comes from the NBA when he retires. You do Eric Bledsoe and a second round pick. You do that and a second round pick for Ricky Rubio.
You know, I had the Timberwolves in my mind, but not Rubio. For another player actually, and I had another team too, which I'm gonna mention in a second. For the Timberwolves though, I actually had Malik Beasley in my mind, dude. I would, if I were the Grizzlies.
Bro, I don't think Minnesota's gonna do that. Minnesota won't do that.
I don't know, man. Minnesota's made some dud moves in the past, you know? So, I mean, they made some questionable choices. But with that said, though, if I were the Grizzlies, I'd try to gun for Malik Beasley because though he has his charges right now, I think the battery charges, right? Or
I think he got dropped already.
If they got dropped, cool. But, like, yeah.
I think he's chilling. I think he's chilling at the moment.
Regardless of what his personal life or outside NBA, you know? He's a good player. Malik Beasley's a bona fide scorer. He can shoot the ball very well. I think that'd be a great guy having next to Ja Morant, and you could slide Dillon Brooks to the small forward position. If not him, though, I actually had Buddy Hield in my mind. I think the Grizzlies should go after Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield? Ooh. That would make Memphis a scary team. That would make a super underrated team.
Him and Ja Morant would be an insane, you know?
Well, what would you trade for Buddy Hield?
Eric Bledsoe and probably 2 second-round picks because Buddy Hield, let's be real here, he's also an older player too. I think, how old is Bledsoe? Is he like 29, 30?
He's 29 or 30. Let me check right now.
Yeah, because Buddy Hield's not any younger either. He's like 27 or 28 himself too.
I think he's also 28. Let me check. Eric Bledsoe's 31.
31, okay.
And then Buddy Hield is 28, I believe, but let's double check.
Right.
Buddy Hield is 28.
28. So there you go. I mean, yeah, that's the age gap is kind of there, but at the end of the day, I think Buddy Hield is just a better player, and I think he'd fit seamlessly next to Ja Morant. I think that duo, that pop and lock duo, or pick and pop duo of Ja and Buddy, because Buddy could shoot lights out. Let's be real here. He can
Oh,
shoot.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember his time in Sacramento, like the first 2 years?
Yeah.
When he got traded from Pelicans? Dude, I remember that guy was just lights out from downtown.
Yeah.
But he didn't play that good because he had tensions with Luke Walton, the head coach.
Oh, dude, Luke Walton sucks, dude. Let's be real.
Yeah, I know. Like, honestly, I'm glad the Lakers part ways with them a couple of years ago.
Speaking of the Lakers, I was just reading up. They're saying that as of right now, it's very possible that as soon as Sunday, Russell Westbrook gets traded to the Lakers.
And that would be a huge upgrade for us, to be honest. But we're probably going to trade, Kuzma, Schroeder, KCP, and a couple first rounds maybe, or possibly even add THT.
Because that's a big contract you're taking on, It's no joke. I think you're not bringing back – in that case, you wouldn't be able to bring back Drummond either. Unless Drummond wants to come back on the minimum or something, Which I highly doubt it.
He didn't really do anything. Although the coach didn't give him much playing time. He's not the old Drummond that we remember.
Trust me, man. I think Drummond, wherever he goes, Grizzlies maybe, that would be a good spot for Drummond to go to,
Dude, the Grizzlies, he should low-key take a look and see if or maybe Charlotte.
Or Charlotte to go to a small market team. I think NBA players like Drummond should go to small market teams.
You'll get more appreciation. You'll get more appreciation.
That's factual. Another player that's been circulating in high amounts of trade talks is Bradley Beal. That's a big fish right there.
Bro, Bradley Beal. I don't know where he's. I don't know. I heard Portland. Or, sorry, Golden State. I heard Golden State.
I swear, if you would have said Portland and him and Damian together, that'd be over, bro. That's like the best offensive 1-2 punch right there. Would that do them much, though? I don't know.
They would give Golden State a hard time.
But if Golden State gets Beal, oh, man.
I ain't watching the NBA if that's going to happen.
And okay, but there are two things you have to look at. A, can Curry, Thompson, and Beal coexist together? And B, can they? What's it called? Can they stay healthy enough to
Not healthy, but I don't think they're gonna give their 100% because three of them are gonna want the ball all the time.
I highly doubt it, because Klay Thompson doesn't demand the attention, in terms of ball. He's kind of there. He's an all-star player, but he'll only demand the ball when the team's down and he knows it's his night. Remember that one playoff game where he had where he dropped 30 plus points on the Thunder?
Did they drop 60, 62, or 61? Are you talking about game 6 of the playoffs?
Yeah, where he had 6 threes or something. Regardless, basically, you get the point I'm making, though, right?
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand where you're
going. And then you might also have to give James Wiseman too. Who honestly had an iffy year. He wasn't healthy, obviously. So
I don't know. Do I give up James Wiseman? Number 2 overall pick.
A number 2 overall pick who has the potential to be a great star versus a guy who's already a clear-cut star. What do you want? For a team like the Warriors, you want the clear-cut star.
But who's going to be your center? I certainly want Kawhi Leonard.
You could also get Drummond for center. I'm telling you, dude. Drummond.
I was just about to say Drummond. I swear, I was just about to say Drummond.
Drummond seamlessly fits into any team's plans as of right now. Also, I really think the Celtics should trade Tristan Thompson as of now, dude.
Probably trade him to the Clippers.
Trade him to the Clippers, bro? Dude, because the Celtics got, what's it called? They got Horford now. They got my UCLA boy Moses Brown on the team too, dude. Shout out Moses Brown.
Bro, that was a huge win for the Celtics.
It's always been.
They ended up acquiring both Horford and Moses.
And it's weird because, Celtics are always in the talks that, they don't have much center depth. This year, they got a shit ton of center depth. They don't have much, they need guard depth now,
And Horford will be utilized more in the system.
Yeah.
Although Brad Stevens is going to be the coach, I still believe they're going to be using him a lot for this team, which is good because Horford can still be very, very useful in the NBA for any team before he retires.
No, I totally agree.
So yeah, bro, the Celtics they got a huge upgrade with the centers, so they don't need Tristan Thompson at this point.
No, they don't. They don't. If I were the Celtics, I'd trade Tristan Thompson during the draft. Honestly, you know.
But what if you're the Celtics as a Celtic fan? What would you want? What do you need for your depth?
So I was reading because I was reading this, and they're saying that they predict the Celtics to trade Tristan Thompson to the Spurs for a second-round pick. I think that's not worth it at all, dude.
No,
I think you could get another player out of it. If I were the Celtics, I'd try getting someone like a DeMarcus Cousins on this team, you know? Or I don't know, man. I know DeMarcus sounds.
You guys have Al Horford most.
Or okay, but then if not him, I would say like someone like a Blake Griffin too, you know, like an older guy, an older vet type player, you know? Because that's what Tristan Thompson's value is. Or if not, if you can finesse the Thunder, because I know the Thunder are trying to trade SGA, and since the Celtics have a young core, make a package for SGA and include Tristan Thompson in that package. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys need a lot of depth, especially like in the backcourt. You guys already have good. You guys already have good front
court. You mean the front court?
Yeah, front court. Maybe you guys just need another point guard.
Yeah, we need backcourt guys, you know, and the point guard is one spot we're looking weak at. It seems like every time the Celtics are talked about, they always say that they need a good center depth, but center depth has never been like the biggest problem, even though we've always had like some undersized center playing. It always seems to be that we end up like getting fucked up at the end by point guard problems, you know, because either, you know, someone's getting injured or someone ends up, you know, underwhelming play, which was Kyrie for a little bit, and injuries. Kemba, you know, we had IT. It's crazy because we had 3 all-star point guards in a row. Yet, you know, it's like,
man, yeah. You guys aren't always lucky with point guards. The only good point guard you guys have that I remember, like that you guys were lucky enough to have no problems with, was Rajon Rondo.
Even then, we had problems with Rondo. It was just
but he got you guys a championship at the end of the day.
Bring back Rondo, honestly, as a backup. Bring him back.
Dude,
I want to see him back on.
Why not?
You know, seeing him in the green, you know, that's like something I would want to see, you know.
Speaking of point guards, let's go. There's at least 3 point guards that are going to be huge in this year's free agency: Kyle Lowry, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Lonzo Ball.
Ooh,
what are your thoughts on Kyle Lowry? Let's talk about Kyle Lowry.
Okay, I have a prediction for each player on where they might go. Okay.
Okay. So
starting off with Kyle Lowry, I think Miami's going to pull a thing for Kyle Lowry. I actually think Miami, yeah.
Okay.
And he would fit there. Kyle Lowry's not a selfish guy, you know? He has championship experience, you know? And that Heat team, don't forget, even though they were a bubble guppy team that made it to the bubble finals, regardless, they still made it to the finals, you know, at the end of the day. Jimmy Butler's a winner, you know? Bam Adebayo's a winner. They need more winning guys. Tyler Hero was underwhelming this year. Duncan Robinson had iffy moments too, you know? That team needs to, you know, start upgrading now. Goran Dragic was injured throughout the season too, and Kendrick Nunn wasn't like, you know, anything special either. I think getting Kyle Lowry would be the move. Getting that sort of veteran leader who doesn't get injured that often. Oh, actually, no, Kyle Lowry does get injured too. But thing is, he has that veteran presence that team needs. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
I actually want to see Kyle Lowry in Philadelphia.
Ooh, that also makes sense because he's
not only is he from Philadelphia, bro. That would be a huge upgrade for Philadelphia. They're getting the score, and they're getting a very good great defensive-minded player.
You forgot one other point guard, by the way, since you brought up Philly, dude.
Ben Simmons. Bro, honestly, I don't know about Ben Simmons. It's an iffy moment for him. It's questionable.
Let me tell you, I have 2 teams ready for him.
The Pacers?
Pacers is one of them. You know the Pacers because you and I have been talking about this, and I've been saying trade him to the Pacers. And Philly thinks that Malcolm Brogdon's not worth it for Ben Simmons. Bullshit. I think, maybe just Malcolm Brogdon's not worth it for Ben Simmons, you know? But I'd say package Brogdon with a few other players. Trade him
Warren.
Yeah, treat TJ Warren, yes.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't think they're going to be utilizing him a lot. They're going to be looking for the draft this year.
I think Sabonis and Simmons would be such a nice duo.
What do you do with Miles Turner in that case?
I would honestly, dude, if I were the Pelicans, dude, trade another trade. I've been saying Jonas Valanciunas to the Pacers too. That's another team I've always been wanting to see.
I was talking to you yesterday about that.
Yeah.
You guys Lithuanian bigs who can work out perfectly with each other.
Both happen to be Lithuanian, dude.
Exactly. That's why I said they're both Lithuanian who can work out perfectly. They have that connection already.
So Sabonis' dad, I know for a fact, once talked about Jonas Valanciunas and gave like high praises for him. Like he loves him, and I think Sabonis himself has played with Valanciunas on the Lithuania team.
Yup.
Yeah, I think
you legit trade Valanciunas and Miles Turner.
A good center swap.
Yeah, you can add T.J. Warren and Miles Turner to that trade.
Yeah,
and you could do Valanciunas for I don't know, maybe Willie Hernan Gomez on the pick, or you can even do Josh Hart in that trade as well.
Obviously, you also got another young center on the Pacers in Goga Bidadze, the Georgian guy.
He's a good backup. I still keep him as a backup. Just see how it goes.
It's weird because there's another player from his draft class who's a backup for the Pelicans, Jackson Hayes.
Ooh, Jackson Hayes is nice.
I know he's nice, but I think the Pelicans are doing him dirty. Not by giving it. I think they should at least give him some starting room. Like Jonas is cool. Like I said, he's like becoming one of my favorite players. He's a great center. I respect him as the first play, but I think Jackson Hayes needs a chance. Either trade Jackson Hayes away where he can somewhere to a place where he could start.
I agree. Either you start him or you trade him away.
But rounding it out, though, yeah, if you could get a big three of like Jonas Valanciunas, Ben Simmons, and Domantas Sabonis, that's a team that's possibly going to the playoffs, bro.
Dude, yeah, it's gonna be like I said, I can't wait for this year's free agency. It's gonna start as soon as next week. Am I correct?
And then next week possibly. Obviously, the draft is this Friday, which you guys should be sure.
Oh, Thursday.
Thursday. Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Thursday, and then free agency is gonna start right after.
Yeah.
And then, dude. What about Lonzo Ball?
Lonzo Ball, man.
I think he's going to Chicago.
Again, I have to shout it out. Another Bruin, bro. Another Bruin, UCLA, fellow UCLA player right there. I didn't say that for Russell Westbrook, also fellow UCLA player right there too. Man, yeah. Lonzo Ball, dude. Him on the Bulls. I mean, you would have to trade what? Kobe White for that, right?
No, but he's gonna be a free agent.
Oh, Lonzo's a free agent, but he's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, but I don't think Pelicans are gonna pay if it's over 20. I heard if they're not gonna pay him if it's over 20 million.
I think the Pelicans should play it smart and do a sign-in trade. If I were the Pelicans,
what do you trade?
Okay, if it's gonna be the Bulls, dude, I would do a sign-in trade for do Kobe White. Try getting Kobe White. Try getting whoever they're gonna draft, or another second-round pick from the
What about Markkanen?
Markkanen would be a great player. Issue is, why would you want another big on the Pelicans?
You trade away a big.
What other big would you trade, dude?
They have
Markkanen.
They have Valanciunas at the moment.
Markkanen's a power forward, not a center.
But he can play the center position if he wants. I'm just talking about the bigs that Pelicans have.
Hypothetically, yes, but I think what's it called? If I were another spot, maybe another Kyle Lowry spot would be the Bulls. That another Kyle Lowry spot, or what's it called?
I don't know.
Wait, hold up. Sorry, this just came in my mind because I know they've been talking that the Pelicans might possibly sign Kyle Lowry. How about do a sign and swap? Kyle Lowry for Lonzo Ball. Raptors get Lonzo Ball.
Ooh, rap. Oh, I don't know about that.
Dude, I think
Toronto. If it's like that, you can get Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets can try to trade Terry Rozier for Lonzo Ball
and get the brothers together.
Exactly, bro. They're getting LiAngelo this year, so that'll be perfect.
Only for summer league. You don't know if he's going to actually be on the team.
Dude, he's a good player. Dude, lots of people are sleeping on him. But LiAngelo,
yeah, man, he's gonna lead. He's gonna lead the league in steals, bro.
Hey, bro, that's what they need.
He'd be very successful in China right now for the Shanghai Sharks, dude. Speaking of Shanghai Sharks, bro, their lead star, Kyle Kuzma, bro.
Bro, I fully get our team.
So many Lakers fans overhyped the shit out of Kyle Kuzma. Oh man,
bro, I was on Instagram and I saw that the Lakers posted his birthday. Someone wrote on the top comment, "Lakers did him dirty for not turning off the comments."
That's fucking facts.
Everyone's like, "Bro, when are you getting traded to the Shanghai Sharks?"
On God, bro. Speaking of,
but I feel like he'd be a star if you put him on a different team like
One-
Sacramento or Thunder. I feel like he'd ball out the same way like he did.
I think
when he got drafted.
one more team I would put Lowry on that would fit well since he is a free agent, dude, would be the Mavericks.
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry on the Mavericks because he doesn't demand too much attention with the ball. Luka could just do his thing. Kyle Lowry can shoot the ball fairly well, you know. So
Man, that low-key wouldn't be that bad.
yeah,
That wouldn't be bad at all.
and then finally we have what, Spencer Dinwiddie, right?
Spencer Dinwiddie. He wants to go to the Lakers with DeRozan and Kyle Lowry as well.
I heard something that DeRozan and him are like top candidates for the New York Knicks, and I'd say that'd be like a great team. Think about it. You have you play because RJ Barrett could be switched to either small forward or a shooting guard. You run a lineup of Dinwiddie, DeRozan, Barrett, Randall, and then you got center Mitchell Robinson, dude. That's a playoff team right there, dude.
Dude, Knicks already did go to the playoffs once.
They already went to the playoffs, dude. But
they could definitely do it again.
That's a team that'll make it to the second round and get blown out.
hey, but we never know what they can become after this offseason.
No, definitely, bro. I think if they should get DeRozan and I think Dinwiddie. DeRozan's a star. He's a star player that's been given flack for not playing that great on the Spurs, dude. Even though this year he had a fairly decent year statistically, he played 3 positions throughout the year: shooting guard, small forward, power forward. He was a great power forward for the Spurs. He played very well at the power forward spot. Yeah. Regardless, though, Spurs didn't make it to the playoffs. It's okay. You move on from DeRozan. Start refresh. Press the refresh button.
Yeah, but I really want to see him on the Lakers. I don't know why. I've always seen him in the Lakers jersey. I always felt like he fit in that Lakers system.
Well, you know what, Grant? You see every star in a Lakers jersey. Okay?
No. No, I don't. No, bro. Like for real though. Ever since he was on the Raptors, I've always imagined him being in the Lakers jersey. That's what everybody's been always talking about, DeRozan being on the Lakers, and felt like
he's an LA native too, though. You think that too. He's also an LA native. He played for USC as well.
Exactly. I feel like he'd go all out just because he's in his hometown. He feels like he's home. He's in his hometown playing ball with his family over there.
You know what, man? Grant's gonna call up Adam Silver. He's like, hey, turn off your trade cap like you do on 2K and just sign all the stars.
Yeah. Yo.
And then final LA. Hey, speaking of the San Antonio Spurs, speaking of LA natives, we're gonna talk about final player right here. We're gonna talk about Kawhi Leonard. First of all, man, I wish him a speedy recovery, bro. I do not like the Clippers as much right now, as of now, and for the the only, and I'm gonna keep it clear, man. I've only liked the Lob City Clippers. They were a fun team to watch, With that said, though, I like Kawhi Leonard as a player. He's a good guy, and I do not ill wish him at all to get him this sort of injury. So prayers up. Hopefully he recovers.
Kawhi Leonard, I always had a lot of respect for. Even though he went to the Clippers, I'm not gonna hate him for it. It's his decision. If he wants to go there, let him go there. Even though he didn't come to the Lakers, it was gonna be very unfair. Him, AD, and LeBron James. It was gonna be very unfair. So I can't really say anything about him. Although I thought he should have stayed in Toronto at the time. He wanted to come back home, so I can't really say much.
It's really all about taxes, dude, because Toronto's taxes are high, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that at all.
That was a part of the reason. But no, yeah, look, with that said, though, Toronto is, back to, just Kawhi. If I had to pick a team, obviously it looks like he might stay with the Clippers, but let's say by any instance, if he does leave.
Bleacher Report reported that he's likely to re-sign with the LA Clippers.
I would want to see him, honestly, if he was going to leave. Another, like I said, Miami would be a great team to,
Miami and Dallas.
Dallas, too.
Dude.
Luka, and KP.
Dude,
sorry, not KP. TP, because his name is Tingus Pingus.
Dude, you trade Kristaps to Clippers.
Yeah. I feel bad for Kristaps. I'm sorry. I do feel really bad for Kristaps.
Yeah, bro. He's in a fogged up situation right now.
Because
he's not getting the recognition. He's not getting the ball much. Although I don't blame
him. And but it's whatever. Luka needs his, the experiment sort of failed, I guess, unless they're planning to go one more year with that same experiment. Oh, yeah.
I would give it one more year just to see how it
Because
goes.
they got a new coach as well too. You know, so coaching change might
Jason
help
Kidd.
out. Jason Kidd, yeah. I forgot Jason Kidd was the coach.
Dude, Dallas made a great job by signing Jason Kidd. Although he left the Lakers coaching staff, I'm still proud of Jason Kidd because he worked really
Grant's
hard.
sad that they can't get current stars. They let go of former stars, and Grant's like already like sympathizing. Grant's.
No, bro, I'm very proud of Jason Kidd. I know he's gonna do a great job in Dallas. I know he was a very good coach, especially what he did with Milwaukee. He did a very, very good job.
This will be a bounce back for him. Like this will be a year to prove his worthiness as a head coach too. Because in Milwaukee, obviously, he got fired, and then in Brooklyn too. It's not like he did any better in Brooklyn either.
It was just first years of coaching, it's like a little bit of rustiness, but gaining experience.
But to be fair though, I think there's been a rule in the NBA. It's an unspoken rule that usually star players don't make good coaches. Look at Magic Johnson. He tried coaching the Lakers when he was in the 90s, I believe, and he failed. He quit. I think he resigned within 30 days or something. The only star players that I think have done a great job. Larry Bird, easily one of them. Dude was coach of the year, executive of the year. He legend. I'm not even gonna say anymore. And then I believe Bill Russell was also a coach at one point too. I don't know how good of a coach he was though, because I don't study that far basketball.
He coached the Celtics, right?
Celtics and the Suns. Not Suns. The Kings.
The Kings?
Yeah, because I remember him, Kenny the Jet Smith, talking about it one time, and Bill Russell was his coach.
Oh, dude, and another coach, Don Nelson.
Don Nelson, goated coach right there.
Yeah, one of the best coaches ever played, and he played in the NBA too at the time.
Current coaches that played in the NBA, you got Rick Carlisle played in the NBA before because he was on the Celtics. You have Doc Rivers too, bro. I forgot Doc Rivers existed. He does.
Dude, I'm questioning his coaching career. He did get a championship with the Celtics, but he just did awful. He choked for the rest of his time as a coach.
And also, again, before we do leave and end off, since we're talking coaches, shout out to Nick McMillan, bro.
Dude, one of the most respected coaches. I really respect him.
Indiana did him dirty. He proved them wrong. Brought the Atlanta Hawks to the NBA Eastern Conference Finals.
Dude, yeah. Shout out to him and shout out to the Hawks.
Shout out to the Hawks, too. I expect them doing big things next year.
They're building a good culture there. John Collins, Trae Young, Clint Capella, DeAndre
Quavo, Offset, Takeoff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no, but shout out to all of them. The Hawks know what they're doing, and they're going to be making damage. They're going to be damaging the league.
Yeah, I want to say this, dude. In the future, I do want to see a Ja Morant versus Trae Young finals, dude. That's a finals I'm waiting to watch. That and Luka versus Trae Young,
Luka and Trae Young is I think that's gonna happen.
That's the most storied one. The one no one talks about Ja Morant versus Trae Young because they're both from different draft classes, but they're gonna be two great point guards. I think Ja Morant, the way he's playing, it looks like he's gonna be that combo D Rose, John Wall type point guard. While Trae Young is gonna be obviously a Rajon Rondo type point guard.
Who, Trae Young?
Yeah.
He's a more upgraded version of Rajon Rondo.
I'm just kidding, bro. He's obviously gonna.
Don't joke like that. You don't want to go off.
Don't joke like that. No, obviously he's gonna be the way he's playing. It looks like he's gonna play like Curry himself, Yeah. And it looks and he has a flair of Steve Nash within him too, because he loves Steve Nash. He modeled his game like his.
All right, guys. And with that being said, our episode has come to an end. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be posting our mock draft predictions for the draft that's in 2 days. This is Grant Karine.
This is Kissan Desai signing out.
See y'all later.